us in?
Uh,
I'll bring us in.
all right.
We'll start over here and go that way. We're live on my end.
We're live on my end. I'm starting the recording. Everything up?
What's up, Nomad Nation? It's been a while. For once, it's actually the Nomad Nation and not just Talking Tuesday or Thirsty Thursday. So, I don't know if this thing is pointed in the right direction or not. But on the other side of me, you've got Zanar Crest Rider. And then next to him, you've got the one and the only Fireball. So, for everyone out there watching, you're probably wondering, where in the hell is Chungus? Well, life sometimes throws us curveballs, and one of those curveballs came at Chungus, and he has decided to step away from the Nomad Gamers for a while. Whether that changes or not, we don't know. However, if it does change, the Nomad Gamers will bring him back with open arms. He's always welcome back, and we'll go from there. But we are going to keep going with how things have been, and we're just changing it up a little bit instead of being uh, a guest personality, I guess you say.
I guess no me.
Yeah, Crest Rider is now a full-time Nomad gamer. So congratulations on your promotion there, buddy.
I don't know if you should be congratulating me or apologizing to the audience, because now they're stuck with me.
So, all right, let's get our socials out of the way real quick. If you are watching us over on Facebook, you are watching on the home of God's Father. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to type in Nomad Gamers on Facebook. Go over to our Facebook site, hit that follow button. And then after you hit that follow button, if you enjoy the content that you see today, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and tell them to come over and give us a follow. We are so close to getting to the 100 where we can go live on our own that it is ridiculous. If you are watching on any of God's Father's personal feeds, I thank you for that. Hit that follow button. If you are watching on any of Fireball's personals, that would be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I think. Am I right? You're gonna have to correct me.
No, I don't have Facebook yet, sadly.
Okay. Okay, so all of his personals, we welcome you to the Nomad Gamers. The same thing. Head over to Facebook, find the Nomad Gamers, give it a follow. If you like what you see, give us a share. TikTok, he's over on TikTok. God's Father's on TikTok. I do not know if Zanar Crest Rider is.
I don't have much in the way of social media.
I don't think he's.
I'm just on Discord.
I don't think he's chronically online like we are.
I mean, I am. I'm just not. Historically, I've not been much of a streamer. Maybe doing this will force me to change that. But as of yet, I don't have much going on.
Okay.
So, also, I do know we are on the Nomad Gamers YouTube page, or YouTube channel, I should say. What I need you to do there is over by Fireball, you're going to see a subscribe button. Somewhere by Zanar Crest Rider, you are going to see either a heart or a thumbs up. I need you to hit that. And then down below me, somewhere, you're going to see a combination between the heart or the thumbs up. YouTube has changed it on me. I can never figure it out. Smash all three of those. Turn on your notifications for whatever social media, no matter if it's Nomad Gamers, God's Father, or Fireball. Turn on your notifications. That way, every time we come live at you, you are being notified.
Oh, that's the shame. Shameless plug out of the way, right?
Well, that's for everybody. I almost forgot one thing. We are also on Discord. The only time we are not live on Discord is when the three of us are sitting here right now. Discord does not like other social media sites. It just doesn't. We tried to do it, and God's Father and Crest Rider could have their audio. Fireball could not. So we tried it another way. Godfather could not have his audio. The other two could have their audio. So we just said to hell with it. But anytime that I'm streaming, anytime I'm sure when Fireball or Crest Rider are streaming or playing, we are on discord.com in the Nomad Gamers channel under vids and clips, general. We're normally under general. We don't go to general 1 or general 2. But that's where we're normally at. Just scan the site, you'll find us. So with that being said, our month-and-a-half break is over.
There's been a lot of news within the last month and a half that's been happening. And where do we want to start?
Well, take us away, Fireball.
All right.
You seem to have all the news.
First off, and this comes to, and we kind of talked about this a bit off stream, but we wanted to bring it to you guys. GTA 6 is getting another delay, another 6-month delay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about that one.
GTA 6 is getting another 6-month delay, and on top of that, Rockstar has come out and announced one final update to GTA Online, which is going to be the Mansions update. After that, they are switching full steam ahead to GTA 6.
Well, they should have full steam ahead now. Like Crush Rider can attest to this because I've talked about it on Talking Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday. There is absolutely no reason for any of these delays. There's none. There has been so much layoffs in the gaming industry alone that this should not be happening.
Well, and on top of that,
go ahead.
Rockstar is starting to lose momentum with GTA 6 because there are other games coming out that are actually, they have a closer release date, and I've seen on multiple occasions with the Battlefield 6, this new Battlefield 6 coming out, and with the free-to-play beta that they had the last 2 weekends, when they announced that they're going to be doing another 6-month delay, everybody's like, we don't care about it anymore. You know, you gathered so much hype about GTA 6. You were giving us teaser trailers. You were giving us, you were drip feeding us to try to keep the hype going. And now when you say, hey, there's another 6-month delay, we're like, we don't care. There are other games out there we're going to end up playing before GTA 6 comes out, and we're going to end up enjoying those games more than GTA 6 because you're now overhyping the game.
No, I don't agree with that statement at all. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Everybody thought that the Switch 2 was going to bomb because of everything we heard.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't. It exploded. It's setting records. How? I don't know, but it is.
Because Japan.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto is a franchise all to itself. It could stand alone. When they release Grand Theft Auto 6, it is absolutely going to, 1, smash sales records, and 2, it is going to dominate anything that came out before or after it. That is a known fact because everybody loves Grand Theft Auto. Everybody is going to go and see the new shiny, and more than likely, they're going to see a high player count for the first, I'd say, year, maybe 2 years, and then it'll start declining.
Chris Ryder, anything you want to add to that before I bring up the next point?
Nope, I don't have a whole lot to add to that one.
Well, okay. So
hold on, Fireball. Were you gonna say, Crest Rider?
I was looking up something I had seen earlier that I figured would catch Fireball's interest at least. So a lot of that washed over me, I'll be honest.
Well, sure.
It's actually about Battlefield 6.
Okay.
So they did their open beta weekend, and after the open beta weekend ended, the devs have made some changes, and people are not happy about it. I guess there was some movement capabilities that Call of Duty players are used to.
I heard about that. Go ahead.
Something about sliding and then jumping.
Slide canceling.
the devs have gone in and removed that capability,
Mm-hmm.
and when the players have given them a bunch of backlash, I was looking up the article so I could quote it. They said something about not wanting the game to be. It was something about sweaty Call of Duty like or something like that. I can't find the quote. I was looking for it. But yeah, it gave me a good chuckle knowing that, you know, the two games, while they are side by side, they are fundamentally different beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty is your fast-paced action, you know, small team, you go in, you wipe each other out, you move on to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield is more large-scale battles.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing I will say to that. It's so funny because with the drop of the Black Ops 7 trailer, if you go into the comments for the Black Ops 7 trailer, there's one. My favorite comment on there is, "I'm paralyzed from the neck down, but thank you Call of Duty for making it to where I could get up out of my chair just so I could turn it off."
That bad, huh?
Oh, most of the comments underneath, it's almost the most disliked YouTube video out there. And on top of that, it is, if you go into the comments, most of them are saying like best Battlefield 6 trailer ever. Or best Battlefield 6 promotional video ever.
Did you hear about the stuff coming to Helldivers?
I did. That was another thing I was going to bring up. With the announcements of Xbox players coming to Helldivers 2, they also came out and they're going to drop a $15 war bond. Mind you, you don't have to actually pay for the war bond. You can do a lot of in-game grinding in order to buy it without having to use real money. But it's going to be a $15 war bond that you can buy, and it is a collaboration between Halo and Helldivers. You will get ODST drop pod armor. You will get 3 Halo weapons, a skin for all your vehicles, and drop pods and stuff like that. 2 capes and a couple of helmets as well. I'm so excited for this. This week is going to be mainly Helldivers.
It's not 3 weapons. You are getting
The MA50 assault rifle.
You're getting 4. Okay. You're getting the SMG, which is cool. You're getting the shotgun, the Halo shotgun. Mm-hmm. You're getting the pistol, which was extremely useful in ODST. Mm-hmm. And you are getting, as Fireball said, the goddamn Halo assault rifle.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic rifles in shooter games.
In shooter game, video game history. I'm so excited for it, and the one thing I will say is, and I was going to do a TikTok video on this later, is there are 3 things that Helldivers needs to do in order to improve itself. 1, they need to bring secondary weapon customization into it. 2, adding suppressors. We know with this Halo collab that they will be able to add suppressors because the pistol's suppressed, and I believe the SMG is suppressed. And I believe 3 is adding more like sample cut, like Super Destroyer customization. But other than that, I think not Super Destroyer. They should be able to add 3-way fighting on the world. So like, let's say Illuminate and automatons are attacking the same planet. They should be able to fight each other as we're dropping down too.
Those are just for shits and giggles, just a random invasion of the Flood.
Yeah, right.
So are they going to rename it to Halo Hell?
It's just a crossover event. You get the cosmetics. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any enemies or anything like that. You know, it's like most crossovers. You get a couple of pieces of something here, maybe a boss, but
here's my thoughts on it. And I said this even with Minecraft, okay? Because Minecraft is starting to do the same thing. I don't like the crossovers.
Oh, I love crossovers.
Well,
I highly dislike them in a video game.
I will say
And,
this.
and this is going to be a bad opinion, and a lot of people out there are going to disagree with me. And you know what? That is okay. But if I wanted to play Halo, I'm going to go play Halo. If
I just wanted to make
if
sure.
I want to go play, if I want to go play Helldivers, I'm going to go play Helldivers.
Well,
Now I get. Hold up.
yep, I gotcha.
Just let me finish my unpopular opinion. I get that you guys want weapons like Halo, some of the most iconic weapons. However, one of my biggest complaints has been lazy writing, lazy creativity. And just my feelings alone, I feel like when you crossplay, that's what it is because someone's being lazy
I got
on
this
the
one,
other
Crest
side.
Rider. I got this one. So the reason why I'm so excited for the Halo crossover that is coming to Helldivers, you're not getting Spartans and Helldivers. You're getting the ODSTs, which is pretty much almost the
They were
equivalent.
the original
They were the
Helldivers.
original Helldivers. On top of that, Helldivers was strictly Steam and PS5. They were not allowed on Xbox. So during the first we're now what, at a year and a half now for Helldivers?
Something like that, yeah.
The first year and a half, the Xbox players have been like, call in the ODST reinforcements. You need the ODST reinforcements. Bring it to Xbox. We'll be there to help. We'll be there to hand their asses to them. You know, call in the reinforcements. You need us. We're, especially when the invasion of Super Earth happened. They're like, Arrowhead, bring in the ODST reinforcements. It was a huge thing online, and so finally now that it's coming to Xbox, they're like, along with coming to Xbox, here you're gonna get you're gonna get armor, you're gonna get the weapons. ODST reinforcements are here. Here's a collaboration with it as well. That's like, I understand that. That's a cool collaboration. I will 100% be hands down. That's a good collaboration. The collaborations I hate is look at Call of Duty. You can become Beavis and Butthead. You can play as Stan from American Dad. You can, like, those kinds of collaborations. You can play as fucking Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty. Those
Fireball.
are
Fireball.
what?
That's strike one, butthead. Watch your language. This is a G-rated show.
Okay. Those collaborations are stupid, and it's like the Fortnite-fication of that Call of Duty is trying to follow. Is they are trying to do the same thing that Fortnite did with Family Guy, bringing over the Chicken and Peter. You can play as Master Chief in Halo. You can play in Fortnite. You can play as Spider-Man. You can play as Rick and Morty, or Rick, I think you can play as.
I mean, Fortnite's a whole other monster on its own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is,
that's
you got Call of Duty, and this is why Call of Duty has gone downhill a lot as of recently, within I would say the last 3 years, is you got so much, they have forgot the core root of what they were, trying to compete with Fortnite, especially on the Warzone side of things. Call of Duty has lost the fact that, one, Call of Duty was more for, you had a great campaign, great multiplayer, and a good third-party mode. Ever since Warzone came out, it has been a crappy campaign, a crappy multiplayer, and a crappy third-party mode, and they focused on Warzone. It basically became a $60 to $80 DLC for Warzone.
Hey, so I'm gonna change the subject just a little bit, but since you're on Call of Duty, let me interject here. But hey, I'm not gonna criticize Call of Duty, and you're very used to me criticizing it because it's no secret that I don't play it. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 had a huge night at Gamescom opening night live. We got the first look at its campaign. We learned new details on the multiplayer and zombies. And guess what? We got a release date of November 14th.
I am
November 14th.
I am not like And again, I am not looking forward to this Black Ops 7 because one, honestly, they need to reboot it. They need to reboot it the way that they rebooted Modern Warfare. It is they are playing off the nostalgia factor of Black Ops 2 and it does not look great. I and
Well, it's funny that you say this because the story of Black Ops 7, from what we found out, takes place in 2035
2020
and is a follow.
10 years after the
Hold on,
events of Black Ops 2.
and is a follow-up to both Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 6. The campaign supports solo player of up to 4-player co-op with a global progression for the first time for the franchise.
Mm-hmm. And I mean,
So,
I will say this: uh, Black Ops 3 was co-op. You could play co-op or you could play single. I believe it was. I think Black Ops 3 was the only um, campaign in Call of Duty history that was also co-op. I will say on top of that, they this looks like, and this is my personal opinion, and I know there's a lot of people out there that will agree with me. This Call of Duty looks worse than Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4 didn't even have a story, didn't even have a campaign. Black Ops 4 was the original Warzone when they had Blackout, and that flopped, and then that's when Activision, or not Activision, but Infinity Ward, or no,
yep.
Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer was whoever created the new Modern Warfare series. They created Warzone, and that's kind of been what Call of Duty's been about ever since. And also, on top of that, wasn't it like a year ago they said they were going to switch to a 2-year cycle?
Yep, and they lied to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all they want your money. They don't give a damn about the game.
And that's why I love Game Pass. I didn't have to pay for Black Ops 6.
That's the whole shareholder thing again.
Yep. Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight is the Caped Crusader's greatest hit. That was announced at Gamescom as well. In fact, I'm scrolling through it right now, and I'm pulling out some things. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection final lineup confirmed includes versions of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 that has not been playable anywhere since 1997.
That sounds like that could be a good one.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
I will.
Pokemon Legends Z through A reveals another new Mega Pokemon.
Isn't the Power World lawsuit still going on?
So, yes, it is. This reveal, it was interesting because it was an entire like Resident Evil-esque cutscene of them exploring this seemingly empty mansion, all for it to be Mega Victory Bell, which kind of has a derpy model. But people are just like going absolute ape shit, going, this is the Pokemon that I want. It's got the cinematic had voice acting, it had jump scares, it had suspense, it was horror in a Pokemon world. And people are like, this is what I want. And it was funnier than hell that they were happier about the cinematic than the Pokemon that got revealed.
I mean,
so go ahead, Fireball.
I mean, I still kind of feel like we're in that limbo phase for video games. I mean, we've got certain video games that we're waiting for, i.e. GTA 6. We've got good video games coming out, i.e. Battlefield 6. And then you've got pretty much the slop that, I feel like there are certain companies out here that are starting to actually do it for the love of the game again and not for shareholders.
Oh,
because
I've got a whole pile of stuff to talk about once we get there.
Because, I mean...
I'm ready to go now.
And it's like... And the reason why I feel like Call of Duty got so bad, like, I would say the last 3 years of Call of Duty releases have been so bad
Okay,
that
okay,
because they
okay,
haven't
okay.
they
We're-
haven't
we're-
had
we're-
anybody to compete
we're-
with.
We're done with Call of Duty, dude. We're done with it. We know it's a garbage franchise now. We're
It's
done
not
with
worth
it. I mean,
not worth
All
our
right.
time.
yeah, we're
Go.
beating a dead horse. So,
Go.
and I'm so excited about something that I'm ready to explode.
Go.
And then we're giving the mic to Zenar Rana. So hang on to your boots. And this is an opinion piece, by the way. Okay. At Gamescom, it felt like the industry now has a plan. Make games quicker. I'm not going to read the entire thing. You can go to gamesindustry.biz and you can find it. But it caught my attention because make games faster. Hey, Fireball, you know what's going to be the main point in all of this? You know what's going to get our gaming industry chugging along again like it did?
Okay.
Don't you dare say AI. You mother.
AI.
Well, the one thing that the gaming industry has to look out for right now is because there is I don't know what it's, a nonprofit, just an organization, but there's an organization down in, I believe, New Zealand or Australia.
An indie gamer. Okay.
No. It's an organization that has been lobbying for the discontinue. Yeah, right.
Discontinue of what?
Zenar Crestwriter knows what I'm talking about. They're called Collective Shout. And they've started a movement talking about how video games need to push away from help me out here, Crestwriter.
It's a collective group of Karens who haven't seen any action in the last 25 years. So now they're going after video games. They are from
new.
They're from New Zealand. They have been lobbying, and now to this point, they've been threatening companies to get adult games taken down. To the point where they've gone after credit card companies. So now, like MasterCard and Visa are starting to refuse to process payments for games on sites like Steam, what was it, itch.io,
Epic,
Epic,
okay,
and GOG, where they're not able to sell these games and have been forced to delist a bunch because the credit card companies won't process payments for them. And when the credit card companies were approached about this, they tried to go, well, we didn't do that. And then MasterCard got called out because somebody had records of them doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. And we did talk about it on Thirsty Thursday or Talking Tuesday.
We did touch on this briefly, yes.
Yeah, we did. It was like a touch and go. And I've had more time to look into it. This is nothing new in the gaming industry. It isn't.
Oh, no.
If you remember the early days of Grand Theft Auto, going back to Vice City.
I was going to say, look at San Andreas with the hot coffee.
Yeah, San Andreas too. But when you could absolutely annihilate the police force, you had everybody up in arms about it. Mm-hmm. They wanted to discontinue Grand Theft Auto, and it did not work.
The old excuse of video games make people violent.
Mm-hmm.
So here is my official response to these Karens in New Zealand. Your shit and your antics might work in Australia and New Zealand, but it's not going to work all the way around the world. I will buy whatever I want to buy. It is up to the individual if they want to buy it. And to MasterCard and Visa, if you refuse to process this payment, I will see you in court.
Actually, there have been some measures taken by our government. I believe it was a executive order done by our president to stop shenanigans like this, where a group outside of the country is pulling weight on United States companies and what they can do.
Well, okay, I agree with everything Crush Rider just said, but I'm gonna put it this way. You need to drop, not Crush Rider, okay? I'm not talking to any Nomad gamer. You need to drop the country. This is a worldwide problem. If they don't like what the video games are doing, don't play the video games. If you don't like what they're doing, then you take control of your family and do it that way. But I guarantee you, when they become of legal age, they're going to start playing whether you like it or not.
Well, it's just like all the age verification stuff that's coming out. It's all done under the guise of protecting the children. And we all know, especially, this one over here, who was recently, far more recently than either of us, a child himself. If kids want to get into something, they're going to go around all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that one.
You're pointing. You're on my screen.
Me.
Yeah, you're pointing at. Godfather.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because Gaz is over here and Fireball's over here.
Oh yeah. On mine, you're.
Yeah, we screwed that up. Nothing huge. We do something screwy.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I remember exactly, and this is almost 12 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, when GTA 5 first dropped. I wasn't allowed to play GTA 5. But I remember one afternoon when I got suspended from school for standing up for my sister and myself. He was like, "You know what, boy? I don't care what you do. You can go do whatever you want. You did a good thing." In my mind, I'm like, "Ooh, I can go play GTA 5. I play under his account." And at this point, I didn't know that he had his trophies linked to his phone. So whenever he got a trophy, it went to his phone on his PlayStation. So all of a sudden, he gets a trophy from GTA 5, and then I get a text. He's like, "Why are you playing GTA 5?" And I'm like, "Because you said I could do whatever I wanted." And he's like, "Did you go to the shoe store?" And I went, "No, not yet." And he's like, "You're gonna find it eventually, so just go ahead and play."
So, okay, let's get back on topic real quick, because this one's a slippery slope. I think because AI is here to stay. We can't be scared of AI, but we have to find a balance that protects the worker and protects the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But AI worked correctly. I think it could help the game industry push forward. But there's a delicate balance there, and not all companies are going to be able to walk that line. But they need to be very careful, because I am on record where I don't want to see any of the workers at any of these companies getting let go because of AI.
And that's
Absolutely.
and I totally agree with you. Like you said, Godfather, a fine balance. You need to have a fine balance to that. But as soon as and I'm going to reference Call of Duty again, so please don't jump my ass.
Oh Lord.
So the actor for Sam in Zombies was replaced by AI. That once you start using AI for voice actors, that's where you're that's the big slippery slope to, that's where it needs to be stopped. I understand, using some AI art to
There was actually a very large SAG-AFTRA strike very recently about that.
About voice actors or about art?
Yep.
Voice actors in particular. Yeah, well, there's been a couple of them in the last couple of years about things like that, both art and voice acting. And the voice actors, mostly their biggest argument was they want the protection, so they don't go in and work for one day, give a bunch of voice samples, and then come to find out the company now owns the license to their voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you gotta pay attention to the contract you're signing.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of it is also the AI that we have currently, while useful, is still in a fledgling state compared to what we're going to have 10, 15, 20 years. Companies are, as soon as they got their hands on anything AI, they were quick to just be like, we're going to do everything by AI and screw the people.
Mm-hmm.
They're jumping the gun on that. They need to take the time to develop the AI, to train it, to teach it, and get it built to work alongside people to make incredible things, not just basic derivative drivel that's going to drive everyone away. Because that will see the death of the gaming industry if we can't get
and
good stuff out.
I saw something, and I guess this is kind of a left field topic, but it's going to be quick. So, back in the early 90s,
Yeah, okay.
The car manufacturer.
I'm really interested now.
Back in the early 90s, the car manufacturer Toyota had this kind of correlation between a human assembly line and having a automated assembly line. You had humans overlooking the work of AI. AI is used to help try to make it faster, make it cheaper. However, having that kind of human eye for detail helps keep the product at good quantity. And that's where I feel like the gaming industry should go. If they are going to use AI, they need to have that human eye to help try to keep that level of quality.
Okay.
Instead of
Actually, I'm very impressed with you, Fireball. I'm very, very impressed right now. I thought this left field was going to be like an outer space left field. It was actually just behind the shortstop. But either way, you are completely correct, and I was actually thinking the same thing you are. And Crutch Rider he'll probably nod his head yes, but robotics was another one where when robotics came into our lives, everyone was fearful that it was going to take the jobs of humans. Just like kind of like a storyline on Fallout 76. However, if you look at manufacturing today, there is robotic welding, and most humans will tell you that what the robot is welding, they don't want to be welding because they'd have to be on their back or upside down damn near. Number two, the automated line is still in use today, but we have found a balance. We know how many workers we need on that line, overseeing the tasks that are still too dangerous for the average worker to keep everything flowing. So just like with those, once we find those bumpers for AI, it's going to take us forward. And I'm really not that scared of it, but I think it's going to be, I think it might help us out a lot.
Well, and I mean,
Hey, Crush Rider, hold on. Or go ahead, Fireball.
We've also got this great story-based video game. I don't know Godfather. I think you might enjoy playing it, but play Detroit Become Human. Once we start getting like androids and start getting stuff like that, where we have robots and androids starting to look exactly like us, you know, how far is the fear going to go with that?
It's like Fallout 4 then.
That game actually started off as a tech demo, and it was an incredible visual, and it just expanded into a full game. It was really cool.
Honestly, it's the masterpiece of a story game. You know, you got branching endings based on your decision within the game, but it also shows, you know, we aren't that far away from having, give us maybe what, I'd say 20, 30 years before we start having androids like that.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe.
It's a high possibility, but yeah, you know, who knows where we're going to go with that. But go ahead. I don't know if Crest Rider had anything he wanted to say. I don't mean to cut you off.
Crest Rider, you're up. You have a lot, and I know you do.
Well, we had Gamescom come up and go through.
Yes.
And amongst all of the other gaming bits, it's no secret that I'm an avid World of Warcraft player.
Mm-hmm.
You are our World of Warcraft expert.
And there have been some announcements made.
And you shared them with us, or at least on Thursday.
The World of Warcraft Midnight release was announced. Some more details have come out since then, detailing some of the things that are coming. New allied race is going to be available. You're going to be able to go to level 90.
Damn, already?
Yeah. Well, after they did the stat squish, it's been in 10 levels in expansion, so dropped down to 50, and every expansion since has brought us back up another 10.
Just for another squish.
Yeah. The housing is coming in the 11.2.7, which is coming before the expansion actually hits. But it's going to only be available for people who have pre-purchased Midnight in any of the 3 tiers. It's going to be available to them. And it's not so much that it's locked behind the pre-purchase, it's just housing requires the expansion to use. So if you have the expansion already, you can use it. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until you do get the expansion.
And that's brilliant on their end.
The other thing that has been given a bit more details is the upcoming Legion Remix event. So Legion was an expansion that came out, I believe, 2016. Last summer, they did a Mists of Pandaria remix event where your character was locked in that expansion's content and was able to just do all of this content and earn a ton of rewards from it. So now they're doing it again. It launches, I believe, October 12th. And it is going to be in World of Warcraft Legion. So you're going to go to the Broken Isles. You're going to get your artifact weapon again. There's going to be some differences to that. I've tested it out a little bit. It's kind of interesting what they're doing with that.
I remember watching one of my favorite YouTubers. He was doing raids, and he was doing a 25-man raid with a 15-man squad in Mist of Pandaria.
The last raid tier in Mist of Pandaria was where they introduced the built-in flexible raids as we now have them. Previously, they had been added in as a raid tier in its own. That was kind of what the current modern looking for raid group is. Now you could just, as long as you've got at least 10 people, you can go and do the raid, and it'll automatically scale to the number of people that are in the raid at whatever difficulty you're doing. But the Legion Remix, I'm really looking forward to that. They've announced that every 2 weeks, they've got like a 6-phase thing that every 2 weeks it's going to pop through. And then once the last phase is unlocked, you'll still have about a month and a half left of the event to be able to do everything.
I remember, and I think this is what, like 8 years ago, because this is the last thing that I remember, because Sweet Kitty Pie used to play a lot of WoW. Are you still able to play for your WoW subscription through gold in the game, or
Yes.
did they take that away?
Yep. So the ever since they introduced the WoW token, is what they call it, you can purchase those, sell them on the auction house. Players buy them with gold. It is Blizzard's answer to gold purchasing. You now have a legal way in-game to buy gold. However, the players that buy those tokens have 2 options when they redeem them. They can either redeem them for 30 days of game time, thus allowing you to farm gold in-game and pay for your subscription with gold, or you can cash them out for a slightly reduced amount. You get 75% of the value of the token added to your BattleNet balance. You farm enough gold in-game, you could pay for the next expansion without ever spending $1.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've been seeing, because I've been starting to jump back into WoW content, and I'm like, I don't know, because I don't want to have to pay that $30 a month for WoW.
It's 15.
Oh, it's down to 15. Last time
It's always been 15.
It's always been 15.
The 30-day game cards that you're used to, those were 2-month increments.
Oh.
They were 60-day game cards. The ones that used to be available in stores.
You're thinking because it was 2 memberships that you're thinking of.
Yeah, because you were
at the same time.
You were paying it as well.
It was both parents at once playing. Yep.
Because like again, I've seen a lot of it, and I'm like, I remember I used to have a lot of fun on this, and I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped when they stopped because I didn't have a way to pay for it.
And I it's no secret about WoW, okay? I love World of Warcraft. It is a great game. It is like the granddaddy of gaming that keeps shit going.
It's the longest ongoing game though, isn't it?
Yeah, but here's the
not
problem
necessarily. EverQuest does still exist.
Yeah. Here's the problem with, at least in my eyes, and for me, everybody needs to know their limits for everything, and that's life in general rule. You need to know when to stop drinking. You need to know when to go to bed. You need to know when to wake up, when to go to work, how much effort to do at work. These are all interpersonal things that you must know.
Mm-hmm.
And for World of Warcraft, I wouldn't have a job if I went back to it
So,
because it literally would
It
engulf me. It would engulf everything about me. It is like a black hole.
so
While
what
I
I'm
love, God, I love World of Warcraft. Nothing to make me happier than to go back to World of Warcraft, grab my character Godfather off of his perch over what's the capital of the Horde? Orgrimmar?
Orgrimmar.
Yeah. He's sitting on a perch over Orgrimmar. Nothing would make me happier than to grab him
so
and go back. Maybe I will when I retire.
I was gonna say, so
Maybe
what
I
I'm
will when I
what I'm
retire.
what I'm hearing is as soon as the day after he retires, he's gonna be like, all right.
But at the same time, um, I don't want to uh, compare this to anything else because everything has its own really bad thing that you really need to work against. But there is such a thing as a gamer's addiction,
Oh, yeah,
and
very much.
Mm-hmm.
and you need to know as a gamer when to put down a game because it is consuming too much of your life. And World of Warcraft is one for me. City Skylines is another one for me, and I just found that out. My name is Godfather, and I'm addicted to City Skylines too.
Hi, God's father.
I, you know, I don't really have a leg to stand on that one because I've been playing World of Warcraft off and on since 2005. So
I was gonna say fantasy life.
hey,
But you know what though? Everybody needs their out.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you can control whatever it is that you're doing, then keep doing it if you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But once whatever you're doing consumes you, and once you figure that out and you step away, you have to have enough self-control to stay away.
Mm-hmm.
That almost that almost be like taking an alcoholic to a goddamn bar or taking a drug dealer to a drug house. You just in good conscience you couldn't do either. So while I love to hear about World of Warcraft, I love their cinematics, I just can't go back to it.
once in a while I'll stream it into Discord and show Gaz around
Yeah.
and let him see some of the new stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Then he'll get
I enjoy it.
another binge watching the cinematics for a couple
Yeah.
hours.
I enjoy it, but I won't go back. And it's nothing against Blizzard or the game. It's just I have no self control when it comes to that game.
Another thing. Well,
Get anything else there, Crush Rider?
It's most of what I had for the World of Warcraft stuff. I mean, I could go on about it for 6 hours, but just to
So the one thing I do want to bring up is because this affected me and Chungus when he was here with us. The CEO for Bungie has finally stepped down and he finally retired, and so they are being the CEO is being replaced, but also Bungie is no longer an independent company because it got swallowed up by PlayStation, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Well, hey. I hate to say it, man. We are having a fudging blast. We can probably sit around and talk for hours on end, but we are out of time. We're gonna go to individual thoughts around the Shire, and let's see what all of our Nomad gamers are going to be up to. Up first would have to be Mr. Fireball.
all right, hold on. I gotta actually go in and
Oh, techie boy again.
yeah, I gotta be the one to go back and do it now. So, like I said, with the drop of the Xbox Helldivers coming on the 26th, what's the date Tuesday? 26th?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming on the when we get to the 26th, I will be playing Helldivers probably throughout the week, trying to stream as much as I can. But that's going to be my foregone focus is to help out the brand new Xbox Helldivers that are coming, or I should say Hell Jumpers that are coming to the platform. So that's pretty much all I've got for me.
You suck, Fireball.
Naughty, naughty.
You do suck.
Naughty,
Yeah,
naughty.
naughty, naughty. Anyways, hey, god damn. Anyways, so I'm gonna try and stream a little bit Grand Theft Auto 5 tonight or today. As you all seen on TikTok and on Facebook, I got my first million. I was able to buy my first illicit building or my first illicit company. I'm starting to build my criminal empire on that game. So we are going to be investigating more on that either today or tomorrow. Monday is another gaming night. And then we've got Talking Tuesday where you're going to have Godfather and you're going to have Zanar Crest Rider. Unless Crest Rider has something else going on. And then it'll be yours truly. Hope to see you on my stream either this afternoon or tomorrow. Definitely want to see you at my stream on Monday. And you can't miss Talking Tuesday. I'm going to throw it over to Crest Rider now.
I don't stream. I might be able to get Helldivers installed and run around with Fireball a little bit as he's doing his thing. Maybe I'll start getting set up and start trying to stream some of what I'm doing. Mostly, I just play World of Warcraft and pop another game in here and there when I find the time. But my gaming time's been a lot more limited than I would like, so it's kind of limiting my actions with what's available. Other than that, that's about all I got right now.
I'm pretty sure you could have an entire audience full of gamer junkies who want to watch World of Warcraft.
See, and you know what? You say that, but people actually refer to the World of Warcraft streams as the game streamers go to retire on.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah, unless you're one of the big big streamers and have, a big audience following you in, or are one of the world first rating guilds, it's difficult for World of Warcraft streamers to gain much traction.
All right. Well, there was something I forgot about real quick. For those who are playing GTA 5, for right now, I believe it's until September 9th. If you log on to GTA
17th.
September 17th, okay. If you log on to GTA
Hold on. Fireball. There's an easy way to do this. Go back and watch Thirsty Thursday because your boy Godfather put that out there.
He did talk about it quite extensively.
Oh, the free million that you get?
Yep. And if you're a GTA Plus member, you get another million on top of that.
All right, well.
Hey, so to go out, I think it should be me, Crust Rider, and then Fireball, because Fireball has the freaking mute button.
Yep.
Okay. So, with that being said, hey, thank you all for watching the Nomad Gamers. We're back, baby. Peace and love. Godfather's out the door.
This is Zanar Crest Rider signing off.
I cut Godfather off just a bit. I am sorry, Godfather. I'm not going to say my name. I get made fun of every single time I do, but you know who I am. We'll see you next week on Nomad Gamers.